as well. Jim Riley, Tom Serson, Joe Zillig, Harry Race, Bernard the Chance, DJ Dave, Perlita Quinn, Von Elton Anderson, Don Wiley, 1961, Amphibious, Spaceman, Bitty Bat 4, Blue Boy Boxes, GPS Peso Robo right this night. Let's see, Ellery's and Red Randy, Red Gordon, and Jim Hall, Bill Duvall, Karen Faust, Country and Western. I'm not so much interested in the new or the inventions that you make. I'm interested in what you people destroy in order to achieve what you make. Okay? Because it proves who are the ones who destroyed the original intent. Right? That's why you pretty much lost the war, Bernard, Harry, Joe, Ellery's, Indian Joe. Because of what you all did. You guys had to destroy, and you took, and then you guys claim it as your own. So you guys destroyed, say, Adam and Eve, and then you tried to claim to be Adam and Eve, or the Greek gods, or whatever religion. So if I was a military strategist, I would be paying attention to all of the things that the groups that you have destroyed to gain your power. And then, Charles or Bernard, Harry, and them, they create their princes, and their princes sit there waiting to sleep with their princess for their reward. Then I'd also know who are the next enemy combatants that are going to try to, rule the cosmos of the earth through their comic book delusion, or the Tomb Raider delusion, or any of the crime boasts that you guys do, the McDonald's, all this stuff. You guys have pretty much revealed your whole plan through your obsession. So, if I was a military strategist, intelligence, which is what I told you I do, Bernard and Ellery, Israeli Jewish intelligence, right? If I was the FBI, CIA, and any of these entities, or the tech companies, or NASA, and I had to watch the strain of destruction across the U.S. from here, spoiled Jonestown boy, or Branch Davidian boy, or the cults, right? I'd study what you cults and your religions all destroyed to achieve your technological advance, which is a failure. That's why the All-American Antilla, or the 61 Oyster Cracker Man, and you guys fighting over that plane, Joe, is your downfall, because you're hiding something. Understand? And look at the wave of destruction you've created, Joe, trying to make me an example. So everything that you've destroyed and you've taken, that's why you're thieves, Doug. Bernard, Dave, you're thief, David, you're not the Messiah. Harry placed you and Perlita, or Adam, or John, as the one of the princes over me, because they knew of an original intent. Picken Street, Jamaica Street. So I would watch you men's destructive pattern. What did you destroy in order to achieve your power to your claim? Therefore, what the group of you are trying to claim is a fallacy, a lie. So I don't care what you're trying to invent, Bernard, Harry, or show off, Antilla Man, or Oyster Cracker Man, because you were the group that originally destroyed it, to place yourselves in to rule over it. You're mass murderers, Perlita. Karen, Don Wiley of the Yahoo screaming in your broadcast. Get this, El Cortez, Red Dean, Red Randy. You're basically a terrorist regime, Bernard. You're hillbilly, country, and western. And because I refused the football and the baseball, or the country and western, guess what? You guys bully on those kids that didn't like those things, that had a different interest. Then you kill them off and then place in your own people, Bernard. That meaning that your personality doesn't fit here in California or in Colorado or wherever you moved your carny train circus through. We didn't want your carny or ghetto, Perlita and Joe, because we knew it would create problems, but you guys forced it in. See, Bernard, whispering faggot roll night. Joe, your intent and your destruction of cemeteries and over the Fairmount, Joe's invention of supposedly the Fairmount. Who you destroyed are the dead you slept with, Joe. Ugh. E. Brian Miller, Heidi Beswick, Bernard, what you destroy. And there's other people like this, Dave, to achieve your ritualistic power. Because Dave, And Perlita and them, Bernard's Pestophil, think they're the prince and princess over the earth. So like I said, go and sit on your throne in Israel, Dave, or Spain, or Mexico, or wherever you want to go, France, or Texas, right? And then we get to view your destructive pattern, not power, but your pattern, David, in your regime and other regimes and how they react around it. And then that's pretty much the war game. You guys wanted to run the simulation of a war game for World War III. So it's just a bunch of people where you basically watch the strategy and movement of a bunch of people who don't know what they're doing. And so, of course, the military of the United States and other nations are going to prepare. That's why we have NATO and all that stuff, CIA, FBI, police officers, firefighters, and stuff like that. And they are ultimately probably going to be the ones that win because they have the better information network and always did, Joe. So your religious spew, Joe, to supposedly save Holly and Amanda or Heather or this one, that is only because of your sexual desire, cultist. Bernard, or Team Inbreed. That's what inbreeding is a sexual desire. And something that they cannot control. That's all LGBT is and gay is, related to the rainbow. Your sexual desire that you cannot control. So people will use that to their advantage. And so you produced 3 children for Bernard in competition with who? Anna Beswick or the Schwartzes? Get it? Or with my mom? Or the Godfreys? Or the Kantiers? Or the Pewlers? Get it? That's how powerful that stuff is, Perlita. That's why I don't want you fucking with it. Because you guys don't know what you're doing. Because it's used as a war tactic. And your supposed GPS hero with Joe is a warlord. And then he uses excuses. The 3 Negroes or the 3 white boys. Do you think he's on their side? That's why he runs the Carney Circus there, Perlita. He wasn't ever on those people's side. He used them. His destructive pattern to gain his power over the earth or Russia or wherever he goes. He murdered people, Perlita, and then he sits on top of the girls. That's why I'm not interested in your thing, Perlita, because you're compromised and you're exposed. That's why I do it to myself. And then when you guys compete with me, guess what? It's stupid. I'm looking for a solution to peace so I could go into space or fly an aircraft, Perlita. You're the ones who want the war game, Bernard. And generally that ends with 0 probability. You guys just run the Antilla experimenter thing to get away with your rape or sex crimes. Bernard, I want to be in it. It doesn't work that way, Bernard. You can't be one of the biggest, Bernard E. Chancellor Freeman, biggest families to conduct a war across the nation and not be noticed. Bernard, especially when you focus on certain families to abuse every time. Like I said, the brown house at Picken, the brown owl, the ones facing north, the ones facing south, a clock. And then you guys used my mom and my aunties to gain your power. Jamaica Street, the ones that spied. Guess what? I find you guys' leader no matter where he hides in the United States or overseas because they use the same process and pattern because they're cult members. One night in Bangkok, we built this city. So you guys focused on my dad's playing records and his turntable, playing 80s music, not only on Picken Street, but also Jamaica Street, and he launched their attack. So it's almost like my father has been trying to get away from you, Joe, and your team, because he knows you're a bunch of murdering cowards. So, Joe, you're in the perpetual with your team there with Bernard, the perpetual risk game, until you learn how to do something, and that's respect other families with different opinions, and then you guys have to come clean with your destructive pattern through your war. But if you killed everybody and you're a bunch of inbreeds trying to dream, guess what, Bernard? Brain damage, and that means you're fucked forever, dude, for what you guys did.